Hi guys, I'm here again with my psychologist friend. I hope you enjoy today's story. My husband left me after 15 years of marriage. How did he do it? With a 25-year-old call girl he met on Tinder. And yes, the same Tinder my wife used to check up on me all the time because she didn't trust me. Oh, the irony. I'll start from the beginning. My wife and I got married right after college. We were both very career-oriented and we didn't think about having kids until maybe 5 years into the marriage. That's when the pressure from our parents started getting to us. And honestly, that's what pushed us to finally start trying for a baby. It took 2 years, but eventually my wife got pregnant. She was ecstatic. Me, not so much. I was happy, don't get me wrong, but everything changed. It was like she became a completely different person. All she would talk about was the baby, the nursery, baby clothes, and all the pregnancy books she was reading. Meanwhile, I was just starting my dream job in another state. So she got pregnant, miscarried, and then got pregnant again right after. That's how we ended up with twins. The day they were born, I knew it was going to be hard. My wife was one of those overprotective mothers who wouldn't let anyone near the babies. And if I wasn't around, she wouldn't even let her own mother hold them. It was exhausting. And to make things worse, I still had to move across the country for my job. She refused to come with me. She said she couldn't leave the kids, which I understood, but it hurt. No matter how many calls I made, she sounded irritated. And no matter how many times I asked, she never once offered to come visit. In fact, she told me to stay away because she was busy. Things went on like this for a few months, and I kept calling and asking when I could come see them. But every time she just told me to stop bothering her. Eventually, I stopped calling. I was working long hours, and without my wife's support, I felt like I had nothing left. I poured myself into my work, but something was missing. Without my family, I felt empty and alone. 3 years passed, and I started dating. I told myself I wasn't looking for anything serious, I just wanted to have some fun. A year later, I met someone special. Her name was Sarah. We started dating, and within a year, I proposed. She accepted, and 6 months after that, we were married. 2 years passed, and I had never been happier. I had a loving wife, a good job, and a beautiful house. I mean, I had everything I ever wanted. But there was something missing. There was a void inside me. When I was 18, I told myself I would never marry. And now here I was, married to a woman younger than my first wife when she died. One night, while watching TV, I heard a news report about a married man who left his wife for a young call girl. I remember thinking, wow, what an asshole. Who would want to do that? Fast forward 15 years and here I am thinking the same exact thoughts. But the biggest surprise came when I realized that the call girl was only 19, the same age as my daughter. It was Monday morning and I had to make a business call to my friend back home. I hesitated, not knowing what to say. I knew that if I told him about the affair, he wouldn't understand. He would probably tell me to go back to my wife. But I was desperate. I needed someone to talk to. When I told him what had happened, he didn't react how I expected. He said he knew, and that he was sorry. Turns out he had known for a while. Apparently, he had talked to my wife. She had told him that she was seeing someone else. His reaction surprised me. Instead of being angry, he was calm and understanding. And that made me realize that I didn't need to explain anything to him. I called my wife and asked her if she was seeing someone else. She denied it, but I could hear the guilt in her voice. I told her I knew the truth and that I wanted a divorce. We agreed to meet up so we could discuss the divorce. But when I arrived at the restaurant she chose, she was crying. She said she was sorry and that she loved me. I didn't know what to say, so I just walked out. Over the next few weeks, my wife tried everything to get me to change my mind. She begged, she cried, she even threatened to take her own life. But I was firm. I didn't want to waste any more of my life with her. I was tired of living a double life and I wanted to start over. My wife finally agreed to the divorce, but she made me promise to keep her affair a secret. She said she would tell our families that we just grew apart. She didn't want to hurt our parents. I agreed to keep her secret, but it ate away at me. I couldn't sleep or eat. I was a mess. One night, while drinking, I told my new wife about my ex-wife's affair. She was shocked and furious. She said she was going to expose my ex-wife, but I told her no. I didn't want to hurt her. My ex-wife had already ruined enough lives. I didn't want her to ruin mine. She didn't understand, but she respected my wishes. A year passed and I started moving on. Then one day, out of nowhere, my ex-wife started acting like nothing ever happened. She started calling me again, just like before I left her. At first she was apologetic, but then she started asking me to get back together. She said she missed me and that she wanted to be with me. She even hinted that she was still in love with me. She also told me that she and her lover had broken up. To be honest, I was confused. Was she trying to win me back or was she trying to hurt me? She kept calling and texting me, but I never responded. Then one day, out of nowhere, she sent me a picture of her and her so-called lover. I was shocked. They were in my town. I confronted her, but she just laughed and hung up. She kept calling and texting me, but I blocked her. A week later, I received a text message from an unknown number. It was my ex-wife. She was drunk and she was begging me for forgiveness. She said she didn't mean to hurt me and that she still loved me. She kept calling and texting me, but I blocked her. That's when I started receiving anonymous texts and emails. They were all from my ex-wife. She was stalking me. I changed my phone number, but she found it. I moved, but she found me. She was obsessed with me and she wouldn't stop. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. Then one day I saw a news report about a married man who left his wife for a young call girl. The same call girl he met on Tinder. My ex-wife had left me for a 25-year-old call girl. What a sick joke. Okay, everyone, that's the end of chapter 1. Do you think the ex-wife is dangerous? Why do you think she's stalking her ex-husband? Please share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. Now it's time for chapter 2.